Hello guys, thank you for joining me for lesson 76. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get started here. Okay, so of course put your name on your paper and we're going to draw a 3.5-inch line segment. Of course, if you don't have a ruler, you're not going to have to worry about this part. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I just want to make sure you know where 3.5 inches is. Alright, so we go 1, 2, 3, and we want to go to that halfway mark, 3.5. And you want to put your date on there. And so we're going to go ahead and go right on to number 1. The chart shows the number of grade 2 and grade 3 children who ride the bus and walk to school. How many children in these grades walk to school? All right, so we want to look at our chart. We're combining the two grades and we want to know about all the walkers. So what we're going to do is we're going to add 37 plus 52. All right. So when we do that, we've got 2 and 7, which is 9. We've got 5 and 3, which is 8. So 89 children walk to school. So 89 children. Okay. Next, we're going to find the sums, which means we're adding, of course. You start in the ones place. 7 and 1 is 8. Now in tens place, we've got 8 and 2, which is 10. And then in the hundreds place, we have 6, 7, 8, 9. And we bring down our $sign there. All right. Next we have 9 plus 3, which is 12. 8 and 1 is 9, and 5 and 1, or 4 and 1 is 5. Okay. All right, number 3, and I know this has been kind of hard to memorize these, but if you can memorize them like your times tables, then you'll always know them. So our perfect squares, what that means is when we multiply, when we have doubles like this, 1 times 1, 2 times 2, 3 times 3, 4 times 4, 5 times 5, and so on. The answers to these are our perfect squares. That means if we were to draw them out in a multiplication grid, then it would make a perfect square. That's all that means. So these are my perfect squares. If I kept going, I've got 6 times 6, 7 times 7, 8 times 8, 9 times 9, and 10 times 10. So when we fill that out, we have a list of numbers that once you know them, you know them. You have them memorized, so that might be a good thing for you to do. In fact, I suggest you do it. Try to memorize those just like you try to memorize your tables, and you'll always know them. Okay, and then we'll have another problem down here that kind of goes along with this, so they're very good to know. All right, so for number 4, it says that in the morning, Mrs. Ferris said, "We will have a special visitor 2 hours from now." The clock shows the time that she said this. At what time does the visitor arrive? So we see the clock. We know that we're not quite to 12 yet. We're still 11. But what minute are we on? We've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay. Then we stop when we say 36, 37, 38, 39. So we're at 11:39 is my time. I'm not going to write it down here because we want 2 hours from now. 2 hours from now would be 11:39, then 12:39 is 1 hour, and 1:39 would be our 2 hour mark. And before we started, we were in AM because it was the morning, but once we went past noon, we went to PM. Okay. Find the difference and check your answer by adding for number 5. So, we're going to have to be doing renaming and borrowing. So, when I say 2 minus 5, that just doesn't even sound right. We know we can't take 2 from 5, so we got to go borrow. Excuse me. And rename the 2 as 12. So 12 minus 5 would be 7, and 6 minus 4 would be 2. So if we want to check our answer, which is a great thing to do, you're going to add the bottom 2 numbers to get the top largest number up here. So when we add, it shows that we did it correctly because it matches. It's what you want. And 80 minus 36, well, you've got 0 here. You can't take anything from 0, so you got to borrow, giving that 1 to the 0 to make it a 10. We end up with 44. Now, to check it, we want to add 36 and 44. And it's just like we're doing it from the bottom up, okay? You can go ahead and do that. Go ahead and add it. And we want to match. And we do. So we know we did it correctly. All right, so the bottom we're going to use the correct comparison symbols. Greater than, less than, or equal to. Now let's go ahead and solve first. 86 minus 30 is, that's right, 56. Now, 4 tens, so we know that, oh, I'm sorry, I better not say it that way. I would say we put 4 there, but we don't want to do that quite yet. Let's look at our ones. We have 16 ones, okay? So what I suggest is you know that 4 tens is 40 and 16 ones. So that would be 56. I'm sorry, guys, that's a little bunched up down there. Oh, look at that. They're equal. Okay, always know that you can write over here in the margins or down here if you need to write anything out to solve. Okay, and then I've got 7 times 2, which we know is 14. Hopefully we know that. 7, this is called squared. Remember, when we see the 2 up there, it's 7 squared, and that goes along with our perfect squares. 7 squared, or 7 times 7, that's all that means is 7 times 7, it equals 49. So, these definitely are not the same, they're not equal. In fact, 14 is less than 49. Okay? All right, so if you guys need any additional help, like when you go onto the back, please reach out, give me a call, give me an email. I'm very glad to help you guys. All right? Thank you for tuning in and have a great day.